Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news, let's take a look outside our weather window on this Friday. And what a beautiful way to end our work week. Lots of blue sky out there. Just a couple of clouds along the Cascades today as we look down from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights at the Wenatchee Valley. And temperatures were a bit cool, and get used to that trend as we head into the upcoming weekend. We will see some sunshine Saturday, not so much on Sunday though, when we will see some windy weather move our way Sunday. There is a chance for rain. I don't think we'll see a whole lot of that, but I do think we will see some wind. And remember, we are getting cold overnight too. In fact, widespread frost. We've already seen it the past couple of nights, and that too will continue into this weekend with temperatures consistently down in the 30s. Might want to consider nursing that garden along and maybe finally taking care of that garden by the end of the weekend. We'll talk more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A Rock Island man who fled from the Okanogan County jail back in January has been sentenced for the original charges that put him there. Quincy police are looking for a man they say stole a white 2010 BMW from outside a convenience store last Saturday. And a father and son who were arrested in 2019 on charges of peddling cocaine and prescription drugs from a Wenatchee apartment have both been sentenced to inpatient drug treatment. But first, our top story tonight. 40 people were checked for injuries after an accident on Highway 28 yesterday morning that involved 3 vans and a passenger car. There were no apparent injuries, but Washington State Patrol Trooper John Bryant said the employer of the people in the vans wanted the agricultural workers and drivers checked for injuries at local hospitals. The accident happened in the eastbound lane at 7:39 a.m. near the intersection of Highway 28 and Spanish Castle Road in Chelan County. Bryant said the sun making visibility extremely poor at that point, and for that reason, the passenger van pulled off the roadway. The lead van and the 3 also slowed, as did the van immediately behind it, but the third van ran into the back of the second van, which then hit the first, which then veered off the roadway and hit the passenger vehicle. Bryant said the driver of the third van was cited for following too closely, and the workers in the vans are employed by Flicker Orchards in Quincy. A Rock Island man who fled from the Okanogan County jail back in January has been sentenced for the original charges that put him there. A Douglas County judge ordered 53-year-old Christian Edward Wright on Tuesday to spend 5 years in prison for hit and run, fleeing police, and violating a protective order. White was arrested on those charges last December. On January 5th, he and fellow inmate Christopher Whitman escaped from the jail in Okanogan by slithering through an air vent and climbing to the roof. Both were on the run for a week before being recaptured. Whitman pleaded guilty to his escape in April and was sentenced to 43 months. White still must stand trial for his escape charge. In other news, Quincy police are looking for a man they say stole a white 2010 BMW from outside a convenience store last Saturday. The police department distributed a photo of the suspect taken from the store's security camera. The vehicle theft happened about 9:30 a.m. while the owner was inside the store. The department reminded residents that leaving your vehicle running while unoccupied is illegal, as well as a good way to become a crime victim. Anyone with information on the suspect is asked to contact the Quincy Police Department, and that phone number is 787-2222. Well, a father and son who were arrested in 2019 on charges of peddling cocaine and prescription drugs from a Wenatchee apartment have both been sentenced to inpatient drug treatment. 50-year-old Jose Luis Sanchez pleaded to unlawful possession of cocaine and received 2 years of DOC supervision yesterday under the drug offender sentencing alternative. His son, 24-year-old Elijah Sanchez, received a similar term 1 year ago. Both are first-time offenders. The Columbia River Drug Task Force arrested the pair after a series of undercover drug purchases. A Chelan County judge ruled the two men were suffering from substance abuse issues when they committed the crime. Well, coming up next, COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations are going down across our area. Low-flying helicopters will be delivering power poles in Tumwater Canyon next week. And the city of Leavenworth has hired a Seattle production company to organize an October festival in 2022 that will be in direct competition with the Wenatchee event planned for the Leavenworth Oktoberfest. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Raising a family may have seemed overwhelming to your parents, but they weren't. Coach, teacher, life guide, caregiver. Family takes care of family. And as the circle of life continues, you now are their caregiver. It may seem overwhelming, but we're here to help you find the support services necessary so you can provide quality care to your elders.
Call Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington at 1-800-572-4459.
Different birds enjoy different types of foods, so it's important to offer all the right things for the birds you want to attract. Sound complicated? It doesn't have to be. Our Flying Start Combo is an all-in-one feeder that attracts all the birds in your backyard, with seed, suet, nuts, and fruit. Stop by our store to find out how you can get started feeding the birds. Wild Birds Unlimited. We bring people and nature together.
Dr. Wayne Latimer's Chiropractic and Integrative Multicare specializes in all level of injury care. If you've been injured in an auto accident, on the job, have a sports injury, or a simple fall, call today for a free consultation. They offer a combined multi-care approach with medical, chiropractic, physical therapy, massage, and acupuncture. For relief from long-standing injuries to basic solutions for the weekend warrior, Latimer's Chiropractic Integrative Multicare is one stop, one location.
Welcome back. In another news, hospitalizations for COVID-19 remain high in the Wenatchee Valley, but the overall rate of new infections is declining. The latest thermographic from the Chelan Douglas Health District says about 688 new cases have been detected in the two counties over the last 2 weeks. That's down from the peak in late August when cases crested at a rate of more than 1,000 per 100,000 members of the population. At Central Washington Hospital, 37 people were hospitalized for COVID as of today, including 22 from Chelan or Douglas counties. Hospitalizations and deaths tend to lag behind new cases. Health officials continue to advise masking, social distancing, and especially vaccination as the key tools to fight the pandemic. Low-flying helicopters will be delivering power poles in Tumwater Canyon next Wednesday. The Chelan County PUD is replacing 4 of the 52-year-old poles along the old pipeline bed trail about a mile and a half west of Leavenworth. The trail will be closed from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., and the PUD said there could be some delays on nearby Highway 2 during that project. The PUD said the helicopters will take the poles from the Red Bridge parking lot for installation along that power line. Well, the city of Leavenworth has hired a Seattle production company to organize an October festival in 2022 that will be in direct competition with the Wenatchee event planned by the former organizers of the Leavenworth Oktoberfest. The city said yesterday the contract for the yet unnamed festival has been awarded to SE Productions. The city last year did not renew its contract with Project Bayern, which has organized the Leavenworth Oktoberfest since its inception in 1996. Leavenworth Mayor Carl Floria said the city's new October Festival will still feature beer gardens, but attractions will be spread throughout the city and include weekday events. Project Bayern recently announced it will be holding its Oktoberfest at the Town Toyota Center in Wenatchee next year. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come right here on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in north central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
When it comes to finding a memory care community, you want the very best. You want to know that your loved one is safe and receiving compassionate care in a loving environment. Fieldstone Memory Care is an innovative assisted living community designed for those with Alzheimer's, dementia, and Parkinson's disease. You'll find a community specifically designed to enrich residents' lives. The Fieldstone team is here to help you navigate the important decisions you face when a loved one has dementia or Alzheimer's. Welcome home to Fieldstone.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Phased construction continues on the Douglas County PUD's hydrogen manufacturing plant near Orondo. Commissioners broke ground on the project back in March, hoping to use excess power from Wells Dam to create fuel-ready hydrogen for transportation and industrial uses. In tonight's features story, the utility's public information officer, Megan Vibert, outlines the uses for industrial hydrogen in this PUD video.
Douglas PUD's new hydrogen production facility grounds are beginning to take shape, and the district is excited about the opportunities that renewable or green hydrogen will offer. Green hydrogen will play an important role in achieving a carbon-free future. The United States produces over 9 million tons of hydrogen per year. However, most methods of production emit pollutants. This hydrogen is not considered green. Hydrogen produced by using a renewable source of electricity like wind, solar, or hydropower is considered green hydrogen. Green hydrogen is an important and necessary component of a carbon-free transportation system. When hydrogen is used to power vehicles, the only exhaust is water vapor. Hydrogen can be used in a combustion engine, but today's automakers are primarily designing electric vehicles using hydrogen fuel cells. The fuel cell mixes hydrogen with oxygen to produce electricity. The fuel cell acts like a battery to power electric motors. Fuel cells already power cars, delivery trucks, buses, trains, and forklifts. Soon, aircraft and ships will also have the option of hydrogen power. Hydrogen vehicles offer a long driving range between fill-ups, and refueling can be done at fueling stations taking about the same amount of time as a normal fill-up of gasoline or diesel. This is particularly important for long-distance transportation, which needs to travel through rural or wilderness areas with little electrical power infrastructure, or a need to refuel or recharge quickly. Hydrogen has other industrial and product uses. Douglas PUD believes as the demand for green energy grows, so too will the demand for green energy resources, and we are excited to add this clean fuel of the future to our resource mix.
Time now for a check of your north central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Friday was a good one. Really no complaints in the weather department today. We had light winds out there. It did start off awfully chilly this morning, but then we were graced and blessed with lots of blue sky out there today and light winds. Temperatures were a little bit on the cool side though. 63 degrees, our unofficial high, and that's still just below our 66, which is normal for this time of year. Our record high last year at 2020. We were at 79 degrees. What a beautiful day. This morning, 36. Yeah, it was a cool one. 44 is normal and 30 is our record low, and that was set back in 1985. Sunrise 7:10, and the sun will set tonight at 6:26. Take a peek now at your Saturday weather forecast, and tomorrow really doesn't look bad. We'll see plenty of sunshine tomorrow as well. Temperatures a lot like today. 62s all across the board. Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy slightly cooler in Ellensburg at 61. Wenatchee, we will see 62. Leavenworth, not too bad up that way at 60 degrees. And the Omak to Nasket area, you will see highs tomorrow of around 63. Let's take a look now at that surface loop over the next 6.5 days. Tonight, mostly clear skies. It will get chilly out there once again. Upper 30s to near 40 with all the clearing right there. And that's why those temperatures really fall overnight. For Saturday, we will see a partly cloudy sky tomorrow, but things just pleasant out there. It will be a little bit unseasonably cool, but still high temperatures in the lower 60s. Not bad to get out there and maybe take care of those flowers for the year, or maybe that garden. For Sunday, mostly cloudy. It will be windy. Boy, you saw that storm system rolling in and all of that northwest flow. We could see winds 15 to 25 miles an hour, a 40% chance of rain, and highs only in the upper 50s on Sunday. For Monday, back to the sunshine. This storm system will move into the Rockies and into Montana and the Dakotas, and that'll leave us with sunshine. It's going to be cool, though, with high temperatures only in the upper 50s. As we get you to Tuesday, partly cloudy, still cooler than normal, with highs only in the upper 50s as we continue to see this strong northwesterly flow into the state. And Wednesday, not much change. Partly cloudy skies, remaining a little chilly with highs in the upper 50s. Another storm system compressing down on our area of high pressure, and that'll bring a little clouds into the northwest section of our state on Thursday. Here, we will stay mostly sunny and quiet with high temperatures at the end of our forecast, once again in the upper 50s. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast now. 39 tonight. So once again, sensitive plants, be careful with them overnight. 60 tomorrow, 63, should say on Friday. I think we've got the wrong 7-day up here, but let's move through until Sunday, where we do have a chance for rain. It will be mostly cloudy, and a wind event will also happen on Sunday. As we get you into Monday and Tuesday, high temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
I'm Jared Sessler. Nemo Residio means nobody left behind in Latin. It's heartbreaking to know that in Afghanistan, Americans and our allies were abandoned behind enemy lines. This is a national disgrace like we've never seen before. Today, as your neighbor, and tomorrow in Congress, I will stand firm to ensure this never happens again. Go to jaredsessler.com today to contribute. I'm Jared Sessler, and I approve this message.
My name is Catherine Thomas, and I'm running for the Wenatchee School Board. The school board should work for the parents of this community, and I want to bring the public back to the public schools. I'm a registered nurse, the wife of a medical professional, and the mother of a Wenatchee high school student. I'm running to bring common sense, courage, commitment, and compassion back to the public schools. Vote Catherine Thomas for the Wenatchee School Board.
As the sun sets on another hot summer, let the experts at Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa winterize and close your pool. Closing your swimming pool is the most important service to get right. Letting the professionals from Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa close your pool will ensure that you won't cost yourself thousands of dollars in damage next year. Want to save a little money? Consider dropping the water level yourself and save. Don't wait. Blue Lagoon's pool closing schedule is filling up quickly. Call today.
Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5, High school sports is back, and NCWLIFE Channel's got you covered. Tune in for football, girls soccer, and volleyball right here. Thanks to our sponsors, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Rivercom 911, and Sangster Motors. Follow all the action of high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. 14, they come back.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Friday to you. Not a happy Friday if you're a Seahawks fan. Russell Wilson went down with a finger injury, and the Hawks fell to the Rams last night. 26-17 the final after holding serve in the first half and leading 7-3 at halftime. Seahawks defense allowed the Rams 301 yards in the second half and scored 3 touchdowns and a field goal. Meanwhile, Russell Wilson suffered an injured middle finger on his throwing hand late in the third quarter and was replaced by Geno Smith. Coach Pete Carroll says it was unfortunate to lose Wilson, but Geno was up to the challenge.
This is a significant night because Russell wasn't able to finish the second half. He's got a badly sprained finger that we need to figure out. There's work to be done in assessing all of that. Russell's one of the great healers of all time, and he'll do whatever he can to get back as soon as absolutely possible. On the other side of that, Geno did a really, really good job, very much in command. We were able to do all kinds of things with him out there. He handled all of the communications beautifully and played really well. We had a chance to win a football game. With all of that, we had a chance to win a football game with the ball in our hands and a couple minutes to go. And unfortunately, we throw an interception when Tyler slips and gets tripped. I don't know what happened on the play. I couldn't tell. But I do know that they made the big play that changed it.
Smith's first chance replacing Wilson turned into a 10-play, 98-yard touchdown drive, bringing Seattle to within 2 points.
I would say I played behind 3 of the most durable quarterbacks in NFL history with Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning, and Russell Wilson. So it's been a long time coming, but no way am I satisfied with just going out there and playing. It's about getting wins. It's about leading the team to victories, and I like to think that I'll be able to do that.
That's the most you've played in 4 years, I think, but to come off the bench and go 98 yards straight down the field, that had to be a pretty good cherry on top of things.
Honestly, I was just thinking score, man. The guys did a great job, man. I feel like the line played a great game. Those guys were getting open out there. We were seeing it well. Shane was calling a good game, and we were in rhythm. And whenever you're in rhythm, it doesn't really matter how far you got to go. Just keep rolling. So, I felt pretty good out there. I felt like we had a solid chance, and we just fell a little short.
Seattle has more than a week to heal up as they'll next play on Sunday night, October 17th at Pittsburgh. Well, in high school football here on the NCWLIFE channel coming up tonight, it's homecoming for Eastmont as they host Moses Lake. I'll be alongside Grant Olson with a call. Pregame starts at 6:30 tonight. Coach Michael Don says he's prepared his team to face a pass-happy Chiefs.
They will sling it. They're going to throw the ball about 70% of the time. Quarterback either throws screens, bubbles, or he's back there a long time running around waiting for guys to get open. He does a good job of buying time. We got to make sure we keep him in the pocket. He's really dangerous when he gets out of the pocket. They got some nice young wide receivers and running back who they're good in space. They do a good job catching the ball. So we got to keep the quarterback in the pocket, not let him run around and buy time, and just get to him and make sure we stay in our zones.
Homecoming week can sometimes be difficult to keep players focused on the task at hand with all the extracurricular activities going on, but Don says he thinks the Wildcats will be ready.
Just trying to keep kids focused. I actually think they've done a pretty good job so far first 2 days of being focused in, not getting too caught up in everything else that goes with homecoming. Kids know they got a big game this week. Moses Lake has been getting better and better, and they're getting prepared. Just trying to make sure they understand they got to do a good job of staying away from putting themselves at risk and trying to keep the season rolling.
Be sure to tune in for more of my conversation with Coach Don as well as senior kicker Cameron Pope tonight on our pregame show. Other Big Nine, there's only one other game tonight. Sunnyside hosts Eisenhower. West Valley has a bye, and Wenatchee's game Davis was canceled because of COVID-19 in the Panther program. Cashmere stumbled at home last night in a non-league game against Ephrata. Tigers came out on top 28-12. Coming up tonight, Cascades at Quincy. Chelan will host Omak on the Les Schwab scoreboard in B-League football last night. Waterville Mansfield blasted Bridgeport 52-6, while Okanogan upended Lake Roosevelt 54-7. Tonight, Brewster takes on Tonasket. Pateras plays at Etienne. Manson moves to Orville, and Liberty Bell slips into Soap Lake. On the Les Schwab girls prep soccer scoreboard from last night, Prosser edged Ephrata 2-1. Ellensburg clocked Cascade 8-0. Cashmere quieted Quincy 1-0. Okanogan peppered Pateras 6-0. Liberty Bell bounced Bridgeport 6-0, and Brewster rolled Lake Roosevelt 6-1. Coming up on on the schedule for tomorrow, Brewster hosts Liberty Bell at 11 a.m., while Manson hosts Lake Roosevelt and Highland visits Okanogan. Ephrata has a noon kickoff at Sela. The 1 o'clock games have Eastmont hosting Davis. Central Valley visits Wenatchee, and Moses Lake travels to West Valley. Prep volleyball action last night, also a busy night. Eastmont traveled to Davis, pulled out a 3-0 win. Chelan swept Omak 3-zip. Cascade had to fight hard to earn a 3-2 win over Waterville-Mansfield. Patera swept Riverside Christian 3-0. Brewster beat Liberty Bell in 3 sets, and Lake Roosevelt took care of Tonasket 3-1. Okanogan's hosting Brewster, Liberty of Spangle, that is. Omak, Mount Baker, Mount Vernon Christian, and Pateras in a volleyball tournament that starts tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Waterville-Mansfield has a noon meeting with Wilbur Creston, and it will visit Manson tomorrow night at 6:30. Well, the Wenatchee Wild will finally get back on the ice in BCHL play this weekend. Wenatchee opens the 21-22 campaign at Penticton tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Wild play October and into November north of the border before finally returning home November 11th and 12th. Let's go to baseball. Houston and Tampa Bay were both winners in their first games of the American League Divisional Series yesterday. Astros down the White Sox 6-1 as Yordan Alvarez went 2 for 3 with a home run. Michael Brantley also drove in 2 runs for Houston to back up Lance McCullers Jr. on the mound, who pitched into the 7th to earn the victory. Also in Florida, the defending American League champion Tampa Bay Rays blanked Boston 5-0. Shane McClanahan was lights out on the mound, 5 innings, while Randy Arozarena scored 3 times and had a home run. Look at the schedule for today. Well, earlier Chicago and Houston got underway in Game 2. Game 1 of the National League Divisional Series between Atlanta and Milwaukee also earlier today. Game 2 of Boston and Tampa Bay underway now. First game of the NLDS between the Dodgers and Giants, 6:37 tonight on TBS. Hey, and not to be forgotten, we have some college football this weekend. Eastern plays at Northern Colorado at noon tomorrow. Washington State hosts Oregon State at 1 o'clock on the Pac-12 Network. Central Washington is at Western Oregon in Monmouth at 1:05. Washington, meanwhile, has a bye. That's a look at sports news. Have a safe and sane weekend. See you for football tonight. I'll be with this guy. Grant, back to you.
I'll see you there, Eric. Thank you very much. And as we leave you on this Friday night, you can tell the change of seasons in north central Washington by following the salmon. This week, Coho battled their way up 500 miles of river to return to the Leavenworth National Fish Hatchery. Workers there captured this video of the Coho salmon meeting their final obstacle, the fish ladder that will take them back to the hatchery spawning ponds. Each year, salmon of all varieties make their way up the Columbia and its tributaries. Hatchery salmon are harvested for their eggs to maintain that species. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up Monday morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. On Monday's edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, we'll wrap up anything that happened news-wise over the weekend. We'll have that very chilly weather forecast for you. We'll wrap up the weekend in sports, in high school and college action, plus, of course, the Major League Baseball playoffs. Guess what I'm doing this weekend? I'll be parked in front of my tube watching baseball, my favorite time of the year, the baseball playoffs. Start your Monday off live and local, and we fill both of those protocols right here. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, 7 a.m., live right here Monday from Studio 2. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around north central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great weekend.
Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5. High school sports is back, and NCWLIFE Channel's got you covered. Tune in for football, girls soccer, and volleyball right here. Thanks to our sponsors, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Rivercom 911, and Sangster Motors. Follow all the action of high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
14, they come back. For all the latest news in North Central Washington, go to NCWLIFE.com or find us on Facebook. Got a news tip? Email us at news@NCWLIFE.com or call 888-2020.